What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Art of Partying. I did that for UK Chris. So, welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday. We are ready to do this. We are ready to have fun. We got a big fucking show planned out for you. We got reviews. We got metal music. We got the HHN Confirmation House, and so much fucking more on this show. I am your host, Bertie. No Donnie this week. He's busy. And always to join me in this cavalcade of cacophony and ridiculousness, my friend and your friend, UK Chris. How you doing on this beautiful day, Chris?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Absolutely good. Just prepping myself for tonight's UFC. Gonna get myself a few sleeps before it comes on, and just gearing up for it. Got myself a cheeky rum. Instead of beer this week, I'm having a change. So
absolutely. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with change. I am currently, let's talk about what I'm drinking today. We're talking about beer. I am currently drinking Hop, am I saying this right, babe? Hop Brew or Hop Butcher. I was talking to them on the Twitter this week. I'm going to just say Hop Butcher. They are back from the beyond. A local brewery here from Chicago. Really good stuff. I was talking to one of the brewmasters on our Twitter. If you want to follow us on Twitter, go to The Art of Partying. That's where you'll talk to me probably most of the time. But yeah, really good people. They're going to get ready to open up a fucking brew pub where, where did he say, where Half Acres used to be. So that is what I am drinking today, and this is fantastic beer.
Your dad's watching. Say hi.
Hello, Daddy. My father is watching. By the way, if you're going to leave comments, everybody, on Facebook, again, like I said on Mornings with Bert, we can't figure this fucking thing out where this shit. So, my wife, Melanie, is going to watch the comments on Facebook. So, bring them all in. Bring them all in. I've been on vacation, ladies and gentlemen, so I've been all over the place this week. Up and down Chicago, traveling those roads. Oh, yeah, I took Mel to Peak Walls. That was awesome. Very good deep dish pizza, Chris.
What's that when it's at home?
Where's with the Peak Walls? Am I saying the name right? Yeah, we went there for our for a date, and she's like, "Let's go there." I go, "Fine, let's go there." I haven't been there in a long time. And
to us English folks here, like, what is it? Like
it's a pizza place, basically. Oh, really good stuff. It's deep dish.
Like their caramelized crust, like making it in the oven. Like
yes.
In the brick ovens.
Brick oven. They burn the shit out of it. It tastes good. I bought it.
Rather on the topic of pizzas, what's your favorite pizza?
My favorite pizza. That's a good question.
Your dad said hi, guys.
Hey, Dad. That's a tough one to say. Style wise or toppings wise?
Let's go for a bit of both.
Style wise, obviously, I'm a Chicago boy, so I gotta love that deep dish. To my Floridian brothers, I'm sorry, but the deep dish rules here. I wish you could share a slice with me, but you got to come up to Chicago. So it'd always be deep dish for myself. Toppings wise, I'm a pepperoni guy. Once in a while, I like a good sausage pizza or just a plain cheese. Nothing fancy.
Oh, you can't have plain cheese, mate. No one has a margarita unless you're like 5 years old. It's got to be a bit more entertaining with it. You know what I mean?
Technically, I do like a good margarita. I mean, just one. I'll tell you. Wait a minute. Before you question the margarita, I had went to a place that I got from Uber Eats. What's it called? Pizza Co. Pizza Co. They make New Haven style. That real thin shit, and all they have is the margarita. Oh,
you're talking about that one time that you were so hungry after you ate it, you ordered a second pie?
Yes, because I'm fat.
Yeah, mate, we all are like, you can't drink enough. You can't drink beer and be skinny. It's not happening.
Exactly. I'm packing on the calories with this, ladies and gentlemen.
I see.
Surprisingly, your metabolism is really good for how you eat. It's not like you're packing on the pound.
Well, then again, my job kind of helps that out too. That I'm not constantly gaining the weight, and then I lose the weight, and then I gain it back. In this winter, I look like a chipmunk, so I've been told.
That's the fact of the life is you get older into your 30s, mate. You can't get rid of it then.
Oh boy. You know what? Before we move on, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still feeling the sting from what SoCal told me this week. For those of you that don't know, we did a live mornings with Bert Thursday. I'm sorry I would have put that stuff up, but unfortunately something got fucked up, so I couldn't, it's on the YouTube. Put snippets on there, but he got me pretty good. I was kind of fucking with him a little bit. But I totally agree with what he had said about the Fast Pass thing, and I'm still waiting for those comments. I said it on Mornings with Bert. How long have you guys waited in a Universal line or a Disney World line? I'm curious to see how long they waited.
I looked it up. It's like an hour plus.
Really? No, I'm talking about like physically now, yesterday, whatever. That from when I did Mornings with Bert to now, no one has commented on it.
And you wanted to do Slinky Dog Dash without like no passes or nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And Slinky Dog Dash was like a 90-minute wait.
I'm sorry, I can't wait in the line that long.
I'm not bothered. Not bothered. It don't bother me either way. If you go into a place that you're going for a certain ride, then you just have to wait in it.
True.
Unless you've got the money.
Exactly. I'll spend the money. I mean, Christ, I know when fucking Tron opens up, it's going to be a nut house, so I'm anticipating that. But he got me good, this kid. I had told him something. I was like, yeah, kiddo, blah, blah, blah. He goes, well, all due respect, I'm only 21. I go, you're still a young man. You're a kid. I'm 30. I'm 31, going to be 32. You're young to me, my man.
Yeah, well, isn't it? You know what I mean? Age is no barrier these days, Albert.
True. Hey, listen, if he's young enough, if he's old enough to drink, then he's cool in my book. So follow that guy.
I forget in America it's 21 to drink, isn't it?
Yep, 21.
I always seem to forget things like that, yeah.
Now, I don't know if he parties hard, but hey, I'll have a beer with you at HHN next year. Hopefully, I run into you, my man. Good kid, fantastic content. Cheers to you, brother.
Well, you know, it's nice that you're meeting people along the way as you do your HNN sort of stuff.
Yes.
And it's nice that you're, you know, it's good for you. I'm happy for you. I mean, you did a good show. You did it all by yourself. You know, I did pop on for about 10 minutes with you last week.
Thank you.
On Thursday, not last week, sorry. But you know, you're doing really well. I'm proud, and no Don would be proud as well. You know, not all of us can do a show for two plus hours by themselves and have to, you know, constantly think of things to say. You were really good, so you know.
I'm getting more natural on camera, and by the way, I did that completely sober, and I'm proud of myself.
Yeah,
I'm proud of myself. That's
got a part even for that, mate.
That's why I'm drinking today. We're gonna get into HHN news because, like I said, I'll get into that in a bit. But so let's talk about what's going on in the world of music today. I talked to you about this earlier, Chris. HBO is doing a documentary of Woodstock '99. How about that?
As long as they don't, you know, block anything out and show it for what it actually.
Exactly.
I want to see the proper stuff about it. I don't want to see like, you know, selective stuff.
Oh, I can tell you exactly what the fuck happened.
Yeah, I know.
Good.
HBO normally do good documentaries, to be fair, as well, though.
No, they fucked up the Andre the Giant one. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
I still haven't watched that, to be honest with you.
But yeah, HBO is not really known for their documentaries. But like you said, I hope they don't get rid of the dark side and how that whole riot stuff started. They seem to, a lot of people seem to forget how those riots broke out.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Woodstock is, if you guys were alive in '99, and I saw this on pay-per-view, excuse me, hello. What had happened was, first of all, it was overpriced to begin with.
Like most things.
Oh, God. We're talking in '99. I think they said a bottle of water was $10. Sounds like the Tweeter Center.
That's like £7 over here.
So not only are these people are high out of their minds on some sort of LSD and all kinds of other shit, and then, you know, you factor in $10 a bottle of wine. Not bottle of wine, I'm sorry. $10 a bottle of water. I could only imagine how much alcohol was at that, you know, during that whole bullshit. And then you put on, this is Peace and Love, right? Peace, Love, nothing aggressive. You put on a bunch of aggressive bands like Limp Bizkit. I digest on that one.
Hold on a minute, though. In all fairness, in 1999, Limp Bizkit were like very hot at the time, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
So as much as you don't like them, I didn't mind them. You know, I took Limp Bizkit for what it was. They had a few catchy songs here and there, didn't they, in the 90s? But, you know, they were hot then. So as much as you thumbs down them, a lot of people would have gone to watch them.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm not going to deny it. I had family members that went to go see it. But now this is what someone in the crowd said. Fucking Durst said, fuck Peace. Then you had Korn on the bill.
Yeah, Korn on Buddy did.
So you could already tell that it was getting kind of rowdy and violent. Well, make a long story short, I think the riots broke out when the Red Hot Chili Peppers came on board. Did they burn down shit? I think they said about 15 rapes happened. Oh, yeah, it was bad. That thing was a crime scene. Oh, my goodness.
You just used the R word there.
Looted shit, burnt shit down. Fuck a doodle doo. That was probably one of most infamous concerts that ever fucking took place. And it's still his. And that's why they stopped doing Woodstock after that whole debacle that went down in 99.
Yeah, it didn't stop festivals, period, though, did it? You know what I mean? You
No.
still had a lot of festivals going on, you know, in the 90s and currently going now.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
Over here, you still got your Leeds and Reading festivals and, you know, your download festivals.
Downloads, download.
Sonosphere one. I think Sonosphere is still going over there, going around somewhere. But,
I don't think so. Like, we had Ozfest for many years. I don't know what happened with that. That went bye-bye.
Yeah, it did go bye-bye.
That went bye-bye.
I think Download took most of all the metal scene, though, didn't it?
Yeah. What else? We had Warped Tour for a hot minute, and then Kevin Lyman decided to kill that. I don't know why. Supposedly, Mayhem Fest is coming back. Bear in mind, this was during before the pandemic, ladies and gentlemen. They were hinting to that, but I highly doubt that's coming back. Slayer put the fucking kibosh on that one.
I've seen Slayer live a few times. Like, they're very hit and miss live, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I saw them on the second Mayhem. I could be wrong. I have to redate this, but I saw them when Marilyn Manson was opening up. Guess what? As soon as Slayer was done, a bunch of guys left when Manson came on. I saw them piling out in droves.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, I saw them with Lamb of God.
Oh,
Lamb of God blew them out the fucking door.
Oh, I have never seen Lamb of God live. I've heard good things.
It was an intense, like, you know, opening sort of, you know, band. I knew of Lamb of God, but I'd never seen them live before, so it was a bit of an eye-opener when you saw them. But when Slayer came on, I think it was my third time seeing Slayer. You know what I mean? They might not just bothered just turning up because it was fucking awful. They got the lyrics wrong for Rain and Blood. And it's like, what the fuck? Because it's like one of your biggest songs. How have you got the lyrics wrong?
Really? Excuse me, I take that back. I did see Lamb of God. I saw Lamb of God. Rich, this one goes out to you, my man. I saw Lamb of God before they got big.
That would have been an excellent night.
I saw them when they were on Ashes, that album Ashes of the Awakening. And this is Ozfest, my very first concert, Ozfest 2004. I saw them before they got big. I saw Atreyu before they got exploded.
I'm not a big fan of Atreyu, to be honest with you.
Fair enough. I saw Slipknot when they were playing, but they didn't even play the main stage when Volume 3 came out, and God, does that album suck today. But I saw them when they were on there. I saw Lacuna Coil.
Lacuna Coil.
Lacuna Coil to all my gothic chick friends out there. I saw Lacuna Coil before they got their start. True that.
Now we're on the concept of music. You sort of want to give your heart out to Mark Hoppus with the whole sort of the cancer.
Yeah.
You know, just say we're thinking of you. I know you probably won't see this, but you know, people grew up with Blink-182.
Oh yeah, the Mark Hoppus thing that hurts. Never got. That was the first band I actually got. That was the first band that actually got me to pick up an instrument. Let me side note on this. Blink-182, my cousin got me into them. My cousin Samantha. At that point in my life, I didn't even know what an instrument was. I had played drums and dabbled with the shit. So I looked up to Mark Hoppus.
Yeah, as a bass, yeah, but he was a funky bassist at the time, wasn't he? You know what I mean?
Here's the funny thing. I didn't know. I thought Mark played guitar at the time.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And I was what? I had to be about 8, 9, 10. So I'm like, yeah, I want a guitar for Christmas. Underneath the Christmas tree, there was a Fender. No, it wasn't a Fender. It was a Squire.
Yeah, but that was him and Tom DeLonge's sort of go-to, wasn't it? In the 90s?
Yep. So when I had it, and I'm looking at it, I go, wait a minute, this is not what it looks like what Mark plays, but it's not. I'm looking at it and I'm trying to figure this out. I go, this isn't what Mark plays. Safe to say, I put it away and I smashed the shit. So, but that was my first foray into playing guitar. I learned maybe one Blink-182 song on that guitar. And again,
it's not hard to power chord though. Let's be honest. I'm a drummer at heart, but I can play guitar. But power chords are quite simple.
I tried. No, it wasn't even a power chord. Like I said at the time, I thought Mark played guitar, so I learned Adam's song, the bass parts.
So you just top stringing it most of it. Then.
Yeah, basically that was it. I wasn't even trying. I was just like, oh yeah, I learned this. So yeah, go ahead.
Some good stuff, like I mean. I've drummed for a long, long time, and
Enema of the State is in my top favorite albums.
Yeah, pop punk for what it was, wasn't it? Dude Ranch is probably mine. I love Dude Ranch. That was one of my favorite. I mean, Enema of the State, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
Oh my God, you're dating me, my friend. You're dating me.
I know, but it's like we come from the metal scene. We like we like metal or death metal. And it's nice to have a bit of. Not as heavy music, and I thought Blink bought that. It was like I say, it was pop punk for what it was, and enjoyed it. And they had and still probably have one of the best drummers in the world in Travis Barker, and he influenced how many people to play the drums.
Oh, exactly. I cannot listen, and I love my death metal. Just let me put that out big time. One of my two favorite death metal bands will always be Cannibal Corpse. They're legendary. And I will say this right now, the legendary Chicago death metal band of Broken Fucking Hope. Jeremy, I wish you were watching this. But they are Chicago's Cannibal Corpse. And that's a band that I respect, I'm friends with, and I love them. God bless them.
You talk about Cannibal Corpse. First time I ever got introduced to them, right? And I think quite a lot of people, maybe, and obviously, I was progressive with the metal scene. So, first time I got introduced to Cannibal Corpse was Ace Ventura.
Oh my goodness! I will tell you this. I'll tell you this. I can remember now that you brought this to my attention of the Cannibal Corpse of the Ace Ventura thing. The first year I went to Halloween Horror Nights, I think I showed you that picture. It's on our Twitter and it's on Instagram of the Art of Partying. You could see in that picture, it's Marcus, my other little brother, and me, and you see me wearing a Cannibal Corpse t-shirt and Jack strangling me. We're waiting in line for Jaws because back then, me and my brother were pussies and we didn't want to go in the house because we were scared. So we're waiting in line at Jaws. This is how old I am, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, 2007 was the last time I've been there. So we're waiting in line for Jaws, and this guy comes up to me. He looks at my shirt. He goes, "Hey, you know what movie they were in, right?" I go, "Cannibal." I'm like, "Ace Ventura, right?" He goes, "Oh, you're a diehard Cannibal Corpse fan." I go, "Oh my goodness." It was 1 year, and I thank Michael Malone for this one of getting me into Cannibal Corpse. Got into a huge fight at school. He tussled it out, and then the next day he goes, "Oh, we duked it out big time." Yep, we kicked each other's asses, and the next day he's like, "Hey, bro." Like, what's up, my man? I go, you ready for another one? Huh? Want to rumble again? He goes, throws this to me. He goes, listen to this. And it was Cannibal Kill. Burnt copy. Next, I was blown away by it. Blown away.
Maybe you should have beaten some more people up and you would have got some more free albums.
It's funny to me how I'm friends with people that I get into fights with. I can't understand it. Do you? I just don't understand it. I found out since then, but
You probably frighten quite a lot of people.
Well, also our relationship too.
Yeah, you ring me in. When I act bad, you ring the
No,
reins
I'm talking
in.
about when we met.
Oh, yeah. How I met my wife. Her and me hated each other. There were some things said, and that's going to lead into the segue when I bring this up, but there were some things said between us. She hated my guts for about how long now? How long back then?
She still hates your guts.
Oh, yeah, she does. We lived together for what? 4 days, and I drove her crazy with my
No, you did not. I just
Bert Foonery.
I just said
Anywho, nevertheless,
That's women for you, mate. The old tamers in the end.
have fun tonight, Donnie.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah. So she hated me for how many years?
I forgot when we met though.
We met a year. No,
No. We met
before
in-
Coco died. My dog.
No.
Coco
We met
got
like
this.
2015 because I know
Yep, we met in 15.
because I was a little older. Because remember we have a 5-year age gap.
Yes,
So-
we do. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I think it was 2015. The last time I heard about you was the you know what incident. Remember? I'll tell you later.
Yeah. This is not going to be on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we hated each other for many years, and I got.
We're on a dating site. That's the funny part.
Right, I'll tell you that. I got fed up with being single birdie. I know that disturbs a lot of people. A lot of the ladies back then, I was a party animal. I'm not going to deny it, but I got sick of it.
Vegas.
The Vegas incident. That's what I don't want to say that changed me. I thought, no, what really got to me was the Baltimore incident. That was a night that I can't remember, and I don't want to remember. It was too much fun, ladies and gentlemen. When you're single,
yeah, we all do fucking shit, mate.
Exactly. Too much fun back then. But I was ready to get out of that life, and I talked to her, and she didn't know who I was until she saw my picture and said, "Aren't you the cunt that was talking to me before?"
I didn't say it like that. Relax.
You said some 4-letter words about me.
No, I said I was like, oh, it's this motherfucker.
There you go. She said,
I class that as young love blossoming. If you're not being called a cunt by whoever off, there's no love there.
So about a month went into it, and then her and me started dating and talking, and we've been married ever since that. We got married December of last year, so there you go. And she's going to Florida, and I'm taking her on her first Disney vacation. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's good for you. I'm happy for you both.
Thank you. Now, speaking of that, because when she was arguing with me the first time we met, I think you went to go see Bring Me the Horizon, right?
Oof.
Now, speaking of that, how do you feel about this, Chris? Now, I don't know if you heard about this. I think we talked about it. Bring Me the Horizon is coming out with their own hot sauce. I wish my brother was here to talk about this. I'm interested in hearing the feedback of that. Are they selling out just one step at a time?
I thought they sold out from the get-go anyway.
Listen, Donnie has tried to get me in to Bring Me the Horizon. I gave him a chance. It's just not me. That's not British metal to me.
Didn't they do like a K-pop song not long ago?
Did they, Mel?
What?
I'm sure
A K-pop song?
Yeah.
like a metal with the the metal twist with it. Yeah. Well, if you can call that metal, I don't know.
Really?
I feel like Bring Me the Horizon did a little bit of everything to try to change it up and keep themselves relevant.
I understand. Well, listen, as an artist, because I still play, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with experimenting, but I'm under the theory, do not piss off what made you popular.
Yeah,
And that goes for this show, too.
Yeah, but that's what happens to what most bands do, is the class is evolving, isn't it? I don't know. I've never been a big fan. I thought they were handed the keys to a record company. They didn't have to earn the way like other bands have had to earn their way to, repetition of people getting to know them. They were given everything to them from the get-go. They didn't have to work hard for it.
Now, I had heard, I don't know if this is true. See, Don's not here. I don't know if it was Bring Me the Horizon or some other UK band. I can't remember. He's I had heard that someone was or someone is related to Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden. I don't know who it was, but supposedly they were in either Bring Me or Asking. Someone was in that band, was related to Bruce. I don't know. I cannot confirm or Don's not here, so I cannot have concrete evidence on who it was, but he said it. So I get what you're saying. I mean, hey, you're Bruce Dickinson's son.
You know, I get that.
Yeah, you don't have to pay your dues.
Yeah, I know. It goes with people who are their dads are sports legends and such, isn't it?
Let me tell you something.
I get that.
I played in a band. I paid my dues.
So
We were touring from Chicago to Wisconsin to Detroit, Michigan. 2 hours of sleep on a van in the middle of summer with no fucking air conditioning. And I slept in that van. It was very rare we could afford a hotel. I know the struggles of being a touring musician. And bear in mind, it was just from Chicago to Wisconsin to Detroit, Michigan. It's not easy, ladies and gentlemen. Make it $20 a night. That's even if you get any fucking payoff.
That's the way it goes, and it's gone for everybody. You know, since the dawn of time, you get paid shit at the beginning, and if you keep tucking away and people like your music, you end up with the millions, don't you?
Exactly. And I was the enforcer of that band. I told you that story about that fucking sleazy promoter in Detroit, right?
No.
Fucking asshole. We made a good crowd. We brought him in. We were popular at the time. They knew who we were in Detroit, Beneath Betrayal. But what had happened was the fucking guy, the sleazy promoter, and first of all, it was a fucked up show to begin with. We were playing in a fucking junkyard, fucking backyard party bullshit. But we brought him in. We drew a good crowd. The fucking guy wanted to fucking cut us off at the fucking sack. I'm pretty sure we made $1,000 and he was going to give us, $20 a piece. I fucking grabbed him by the neck. I go, what was the payoff? Oh, it was this. I go, that's bullshit. How much is the fucking payoff?
Yeah.
So he gave us the payoff. I got fucked out of that money by the band, and I'm not gonna get into that, but that's how. Then that guy got kicked out. So I know how it is.
It is, yeah, but you're always going to find schemers and scammers along the way, no matter what sort of professional you're doing it, isn't it? It's always the way.
Exactly. And Matt even said it right there. That's the rock star lifestyle. Getting paid peanuts and getting treated like shit. Yeah. These fucking promoters.
Getting hammered. That's one of the, like Metallica. They used to get fucking arseholed and fight with each other.
Oh my God. We did that Metallica subject last week.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
that was a good chat. It was a good chat. It's great.
You got me bloody listening to them on Monday morning and work. So I'm putting my pallets out. I sent you the photo on Friday morning, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I know we had this conversation and I had it in my head and I had to go to Spotify. I had to get it out of my system. Do you know what I mean? I didn't go past the Justice for All though. I stayed with the early days. I couldn't be asked for going any further than that.
Exactly. Before I went on vacation, I was listening to a lot of Fear Factory. I am really enjoying. Well, I'm not going to say really enjoying their new album. I've only been listening to fucking.
Is that out? I've heard.
It's out.
I heard the new song. The new song wasn't too bad.
I love that song.
A bit weird not having Burton around.
Here's the thing, and I love if someone leave any comments about this. I'm hearing mixed reactions from people. Bert's coming back because of the money. Bert said he's not. He's fighting with Dino again. I don't think Bert's coming back. That's just me. I really don't think Bert's coming back.
It's a shame, Mike, because they had their thing, didn't they? And Dino and Bert were very good together, and it matched. But they always fell out, and they were always doing arguing, I suppose, and it can't last forever. But I like their old stuff, of course.
Oh God, yeah. My favorite album will always be Demanufactured. When I first heard Replicate, I didn't realize what that song was about, but boy, I did real quick.
Resistor.
Oh no, Replicate?
No, Self-Biased Resistor, the song.
I gotta listen to that again because I haven't listened to that album in a while, like a couple days.
You grow up being a drummer, and you get influenced by a lot of people. And
Raymond.
Dave Lombardo was like one of my favorites growing up because I just thought what he could do with the drum kit was amazing. And then I got to Fear Factory, and the speed of the bass drums were
phenomenal.
The better
I
now
was-
the new drummer like that.
Oh, Matt, he actually came from my uncle's band. He used to play with Uncle Danny in Malignancy.
He was really, really good.
Oh God, listen to him when him Malignancy plug. Listen to Malignancy, people. There you go, Uncle Danny. I owe you one. Yeah, listen to his stuff when he was in Malignancy, and that was impressive shit. I will say this.
I love people who are fierce on the drums, mate. I just, as being a drummer, I don't like the whole. I hate slow shit. I need to hammer the fuck out of it. You know what I mean?
My favorite drummer from the death metal scene, and I got to say this right now, he doesn't play drums anymore, but Roger from Mortician, I told him this at Maryland Death Fest. I was really hoping that we would get a one-off with Ronnie from Malignancy playing guitar and Roger playing drums. He said it fucked him up permanently because he can't really do it, but oh my goodness, that live album with Roger on drums and Ronnie on guitar and Will singing. Oh, I have the vinyl signed by them. First class stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to that live album from Malignancy. Very, very good stuff.
Some good times. It's nice to have this conversation where we're talking about things that have influenced us. Yeah? So it's nice to have a different conversation to our normal.
Exactly.
Give each other shit constantly. Yeah?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get off the music subject, and let's talk about what happened this week on the Live Mornings with Bert. If you can read it right there, HHN announces the new house, the Haunted of Hill House. Am I reading that right? Haunted of Hill House?
Yes, Haunted of Hill House. Yeah.
I will say this, and I'm going to show some pictures of the house. Let me tell you, what do you think, Chris? Here, I got some photos. Here we go. That's going to be the outside of the facade.
Yeah.
There we go with that. Hill House. And that's going to be I'm assuming, inside of the house. Now, let me say this. After I saw this, this happened, right after we got out of here to go get the beer, right? They announced this, right? And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm like, oh, man, they're going to, their time, blah, blah, blah. So I had to end the live stream. I had obligations at 12 o'clock. As soon as I get out of this fucking house, they announce it. As soon as I got out of this house. By the way, thanks to Rick Flicks and HHN Cultist for the heads up about that announcement. Thank you, guys. Again, by the time we're ending this, I'm going to end up leaving some links so you guys can go see her videos. Fantastic person. Maybe one day we'll get her on here before HHN ends to get her perspective of the houses this year. But nevertheless, so when I walked out, they announced the Haunted of Hill House. And I was talking to Dennis Moeller of Protone about it. He goes, oh, I've heard mixed reactions. Cultist said the same thing, mixed reactions with the show. I know you're going to have a lot to say about the show, Chris. So I owed it to myself, and I told Mel, I go, you know what? I'm going to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, the first 2 episodes blew complete donkey balls. And I was going to give up after that, but a Twitter fan of ours wrote me back, said, no, get to episode 5. After that, it's going to be good. I guarantee you. Mixed reactions, give it another chance. So like an idiot, I decided to give in. I must be a glutton for punishment, ladies and gentlemen, because I gave in. The 3rd episode was great until that bullshit started happening. So before HHN closes out this year, I will attempt to finish this fucking series of bullshit. Thoughts on this, Chris?
How far did you get to?
Did I get up to 4? I made it up to 4, and right now I'm going to wait till next week to fucking finish this crap. But yeah, I made it up to episode 4.
I'm not a fan. I didn't like it. Me and my missus, like you and Mel, we like horror stuff, and
I just got Mel into Creep Show, by the way.
Good. It's good.
Yes. Go ahead, Chris.
We try all these sort of things. I'm going to try this Fear Street at some point and see how that goes. The guy from Goosebumps made it, apparently, didn't he? That Errol Stein. So I'll get to that at some point. But with this, I thought it was gash. There wasn't anything scary about it. It was poor. And I'd like for Netflix have been on a roll with certain shows, like The
Yep.
Witcher and etc. This one was poo. I couldn't relate, and I think if you can't relate to characters and you can't relate to certain scenes, scenarios.
First of all, I will say this. I am. Where do I begin? I realize the family's fucked up and they have issues. I get that. And we're going to talk about this more in the review of A Quiet Place.
Yeah, what family doesn't know, eh?
Really. But I don't know who the writer was or director. They wouldn't keep a consistent basis. It would go from them to old to sticking on them being old to sticking on them being young. Pick a fucking lane. Either start off with them young and keep it going throughout the fucking episode, or don't do it at all. Quit going back and forth. And I already know there's going to be some comments saying, well, you don't get the fucking story. How the fuck can I get the story when it's moving all kinds of round, up and down, side to side, this, that. I'm like, stick to one fucking person.
That kind of reminds me of season 2 of Black Summer, the zombie TV show on Netflix. I don't know if you've watched it. That season 2 just come out not long ago.
Did it really?
Yeah, that was very back and forwards, but mixed timelines, and it was very confusing. But it wasn't too bad, for zombie flick. Sorry, you sort of you know what you're getting, so you don't get really confused with everything. But yeah, that was the same. It differed from different sort of scenes and timelines. But
exactly. I mean, he did. I don't know who the fucking guy that wrote this was, but he couldn't stick to. Okay, this, that. I know I'm gonna hear this shit. And I'm not trying to be sexist here, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in the LBG, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance, but I honestly did not need to hear the lesbian daughter doing sexual things. It's like, oh, come on, man. Really, that's unnecessary. And you know what I'm talking about. That was unnecessary. Very unnecessary. I don't know.
Just imagine watching that with your parents.
Exactly. And they didn't shy away from it either.
Oh, well, it is what it is, isn't it? If you shy away when you're fucking Mel, no. So it's one of them, isn't it? Scenes are meant to be like that these days,
Exactly. What did Matt? We got a comment from my buddy Matt. I never. It's not that I don't like sexy scenes at all. It's just Christ. I mean, when you do it blatantly, knowing that this person is the way it is, I don't like it.
You know what? The first couple of seasons of Game of Thrones, these sort of
oh my god, I heard about that.
It is what it is. I'm not really. The things like that don't bother me. But it's got to be some point to a story. You know what I mean? I can't be asked if watching two people fuck each other. I can do it with my own missus. I don't need to watch
exactly.
it.
I could put on a porno and watch this.
It has to go somewhere. There's got to be a point to why it's happening in a way. Yeah, I get in certain movies they get pissed and blah blah blah. That happens, But there's got to be a point to it.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I totally get what you're saying. And like I said, I'm not. That was a bold thing they did with having a gay character. I mean, it's not like it hasn't been done, but. Jesus, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, Jesus, I mean, come on. I mean, that was just so unnecessary. We got another comment from Matt. No, it really didn't.
No, he's asking that as a question. So the lesbian sex scene didn't go anywhere. He's asking that as a question.
Didn't go anyway.
I didn't watch the episode, so
he didn't watch it. Chris didn't watch it. I mean,
I didn't go any further, so it doesn't really bother me.
It explained. What's the best way I can put this here? I mean,
say how you feeling it.
I mean, all I could say is this: it explained. Really didn't explain why she's gay. I mean, I caught some of it, but it's like
you don't need explanations to know why you're gay. In it is what it is. You're gay.
Really, yeah. But my thing is that, but I was just like, I mean, this is just a little too much. I don't need to. I'm lost for words here. I'm really am.
What he's asking is, did the lesbian succeed? Did it go anywhere? Did they explain to why these are a couple? Or I don't know. Like I said, I haven't gone that far into it. It bored me. So
basically, just saying that she's a womanizer. That's it. That's all it was. You can't trust anyone with the relationships. I guess. I mean,
that's a plot, though. It's a plot. So they go somewhere with it, then. You know.
Right. I mean, like I said, I thought it was a little too much, but for other people, to each his own.
You're allowed your opinion. So if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, just watch Charlie Sheen for the most of his life.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but yeah, I mean, I'm not really impressed with this. It's not even. I just think, first of all, I hate that quarantine sister. Not the quarantine, the mortician sister. She's just a fucking black hole of fucking charisma. Sucks the acting out of everyone else. I mean, she's just boring. I have no sympathy for that woman or her cheating husband.
Can you relate to characters on it? Let's talk. Let's sort of side note this and go say, like, for example,
yes,
you've watched Breaking Bad. I take it, yes.
Yes.
And you could relate to the characters on that show.
Yes, I can.
But this is what I mean is, could you, like, obviously I'm not talking about the levels of the show because not many shows are as good as Breaking Bad, but
right.
Could you, if you look at the way you thought watching Walter White and everybody in that with Jesse, and could you feel like the same way you were watching House on Hill House? Did you feel like you could relate to these people?
That's what I look for in a good story. When we do our reviews, I will tell you I was knocked out by A Quiet Place, and everyone knew. Exactly, They Live. I mean, I related with Roddy's character.
Mm-hmm.
A hardworking man. We'll get into it with the reviews, but yeah.
Don't ruin that yet, mate.
No. We have to go into a commercial before we get into that, but yeah, I mean, I want to relate to characters. I do. I really do.
When they watch TV shows, movies, they want to relate to it. I mean, enjoy.
They Live's going to be coming up, Mike. Don't worry. Absolutely. I want to relate to a character. I want to be invested. Why do I care about this person?
That is it.
And I feel like with this series, I'm not invested with anybody. They're all pieces of shit. That's how they're bringing it off to me. They're all pieces of shit. They are boring, some of them, and they're just bland. So,
is it something you've seen before? Would you say, like, of all the years you've watched horror movies, let's say any kind of genre in the horror sort of genre, does it seem like you've seen this before?
Yes, I have. Yes, I feel like I have.
Exactly what I felt. I felt like it was nothing new. I struggle with the horror genre at the moment because there's nothing that sort of plucks itself out from the rest and says, like, look at me. It's all quite samey.
Right. And that's how I felt with this. I was just like, this is, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Universal is going to do a phenomenal job with the house.
Yeah,
it looks great.
One,
yeah, it looks great. I probably pissed off a lot of people with what I said about this fucking show, but hey, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, you're allowed an opinion.
Exactly. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give it to HHN Starts, which is in September, and maybe I'll change my mind. We'll see, but at this point, I am not impressed.
Well, you got plenty of time before you go, innit?
Yeah, next year. I don't think it'll be there next year, but God only knows what Universal's got coming. So now, before we get into our reviews, we're going to take a couple minutes. I'm going to get another beer. I'm going to put up some clips from UK Chris's show, Big Fight Weekly. I know I caught myself
TV
on Power 4 TV, and we will be right back in a couple minutes.
This is Liam McGarry, and welcome to the Big Fight Weekly.
A warm welcome to Powered4.tv Big Fight Weekly episode 19, and have we got a special guest for you?
My first ever MMA fight I ever watched was the first ever Tito and Liddell fight, and then I fell in love then, and I was sold for life.
I think I watched the same one.
Oh, there you go, Lindsay. It was a great fight. you beat Tito, and you were the first person to submit him. And when I saw that, I mean, you being an English guy, and yes, I am biased when it comes to UK fighters. I'm not going to lie, that's the way I am. But when you beat him, and you beat him by submission, mate, I could have punched a hole in the wall with, like, loved it.
Yeah. No, I was buzzing with that one. And I kind of knew I knew what he was going to try and do. Stopped. I was delivering TVs for this company, Fortuna. And it was crap, you know what I mean? But at least I wasn't so tired, so I could finish work quickly and then go to the gym, train for about 5-6 hours, and then go home, you know? You don't, like, you've got plenty of other fighters to look after. I'll go find someone who's my own size. No, wait, give me 5 minutes, right? He comes back out of the office, he's like, I've got you a contract with Bellator. I was like, so that is all I had to do, just basically threaten to leave the gym, and you get me a contract. So, all right, sound.
Did the UK press not contact you when you won? Did you not get any of that at all?
He hit me in the side of the face. Well, it's this side, so he hit me in the side of the face of the jaw, right? So I kind of just turned my head and put my face on the side of the mat, right? He reached round, and as he reached round, he grabbed my face, and that was the one where I was like, it felt like electric shock shot up to my brain. And all the way down my body, I was like, nah, get off me, please. I was like, enough. He's like, what? I said, dude, you broke my jaw. He said, I fucking knew you weren't going to tap from that. People are like, you tap from a punch. I said, mate, you get the fuck in here and break your jaw and then continue fighting and tell me when you're going to tap.
We're all as fans, we're all full of it, aren't we? But until you get in there, listening to know what you've been through, like, different. Everyone's an expert.
Keep going. When you've got that little voice in your head that says, oh, no, you can't, stop, keep going, push past it, break past it, don't listen to that, don't listen to anybody else, just keep pushing on. You're never going to make you. Watch me.
They didn't get mad at me, but
look who's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Everyone's favorite little brother, Donnie, is here. I got to change this real quick.
like I said, I couldn't leave you hanging, man.
Oh, God, thank you. Let me fix this now, ladies and gentlemen.
You don't gotta change shit.
No, you're
good.
Hold on.
I'll fuck around here.
Wow, that was a pleasant surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Donnie is here. UK Chris is coming back. He was watching the show.
Can I get one of yours, man?
Yeah, here. I just want everyone to know. I didn't want people.
Okay, misinformation about like what I was going to do. So I thought this was going to be like a family-oriented thing for her, but
he's talking about his date.
It is, but they're not. They're not what it said it was going to be. So I'm all like, all right, cool. So you're saying I can get another hour though? And she was all like, yeah, you want to delay it by an hour? I'm like, yeah, if that's okay with you, yeah. So yeah, I'm here. Let's go. Shoot.
He's here right now, Matt. He brought up The Quiet Place. When you guys talk about The Quiet Place, can you give me a
warning?
Oh, you haven't. He hasn't seen it. Is this what he's saying?
Yeah.
Okay, Matt. Don't worry. I'm not going to give too many spoilers. We don't do that about our reviews. So don't worry. And we got a little bit of rain, little bit, nothing crazy. Just a little twinkles. I know, right?
I mean,
we're underneath the beer garden, the cabana, baby.
Motherfucker, you got a beer garden in your backyard.
I know. Yeah. I haven't seen the second one. I'll tell you what, Matt.
I haven't either. The second one, haven't seen it.
I'll tell you what. This is going to lead into us doing the second one because I was.
What did I tell you?
I can't say too much.
What did I tell you, though, huh?
We're going to get into the review right now.
Just all like, I don't know if I want to watch it. Yeah.
Look who's here, Chris. He made it. Everyone's favorite little brother.
I did.
didn't like talking about it. We're not going to give too much away. That's all I'll say on that when it comes to this.
I barely made it, but I'm here.
Oh, before we get to these reviews, did you hear about the hot sauce thing? Okay,
what hot sauce?
I'm going to recap you on this before we get into
remember,
it.
like I've had my phone on Do Not Disturb. For
No. I get what
4 days.
No. All right, I'll put it to you like this. I don't know if you heard about it, but Bring Me the Horizon's coming out with a hot sauce.
You know what's crazy about that is Dr. Squatch is coming out with the fucking Star Wars collection too.
I saw that. I'm thinking about getting that. But
so best of both worlds for me.
Are you gonna get it? I'm assuming.
The hot sauce?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, never mind then. Moving on. It's time for our weekly reviews.
I think you need to tell your friend Matt because he's wrote in the comments here. Give him a warning. Before
Oh
we
yeah,
go
we
into the movie
we
review.
commented on that. He doesn't care, but I'm not going to give too much away. So we're going to start with A Quiet Place. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I honestly went into this not really understanding what was going to happen.
Okay, so let me guess. You assume that this is gonna be like a Jerry Rig type of fucking movie, like whatever.
After what I saw on the fucking
You thought this was gonna be
horror thing,
I bet he.
Haunted of Hill House. Yeah,
Chris. I bet he thought this was gonna be one of his Shudder movies.
I did.
Oh,
I did.
Oh hell no! This is S tier, my guy. S
Oh, yeah.
tier.
I'm getting it into my
I'd
contemporary.
say it's more of a thriller than a horror.
Oh my god!
Sci-fi thriller.
I'll tell you right now, the main story is fantastic. Family trying to survive in a fucking apocalyptic world with monsters everywhere.
So, how'd you feel about the pacing?
I thought it was great. Great stuff.
This guy's blown away, Chris.
I am. I went into
This
this,
guy's blown away.
ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen.
Chris,
I
we
went
got
into,
him.
I went into this movie thinking that it was going to be a shitstorm, but my God, was I impressed.
And it's funny, right? Because John Krasinski, he's in the
I know.
office.
I
Yeah.
know.
See, these
Even
like,
me and Mel were watching that. We're like, why does this guy look familiar? And I'm looking at him. I go, I fucking seen this guy somewhere.
and gifts all the time, man.
Right. But the beard threw me off. I'm like, where the fuck do I know this guy? And then she's like, isn't that guy from The Office? I go, that's that fucking guy. I thought it was
His name is Jim in the office.
Jim. I
Yeah.
thought it was Dwight, but I was like, right now, when we first watched the fucking Quiet Place, I was like, he looks familiar. Where is he from?
And Chris, weren't we talking about like maybe it wasn't last episode, it was like a few episodes ago where we talk about how comedic actors usually blow up when they take it serious. Like,
yeah,
they do
I
a
was
great job.
Yeah. And he directed it. She magnifique. He gets that man is gonna get so much praise today, it's not even funny.
He was on double duty for the Quiet Place and Quiet Place 2. It was a phenomenal film. I thought the whole story was really good. My kids even liked it as well, to be fair.
Before I get into my contemporaneous notes, I'm gonna show Don what I gave it.
Oh, I know. Can I read your notes?
If you can, it's all chicken scratched up, but
No, you have better fucking writing than I do.
well,
actually,
I try.
honestly. You actually took your time to write this out.
Right off the bat, I wrote that the apocalypse scene was just fucking fantastic. Right off the fucking bat.
You wait till you watch the second one when they explain it, mate.
Oh, we'll get into that.
So, all right. So,
what do you think about that opening scene of everything fucking gone?
one thing I want to say is like my first feeling when I watched that movie is like I felt like myself, like I was a mute.
Sorry for the noise, ladies and gentlemen. My neighbor's doing some sort of...
I don't think they can hear it through this.
Okay, then never mind.
This is a good mic. Can you hear it?
Yeah, has he cut up some dead bodies?
More than likely.
It's in the front. I think they're cutting down some wood or trees.
He's working on his lumber.
Sick of people doing that shit.
Yeah.
4th of July is supposed to be about beer and fireworks in the alley, not fucking logs.
Maybe he's making a log for a fireplace.
Couches and
later.
mattresses and logs. Fuck you.
Oh my. So what were you saying again about A Quiet Place?
Well, I felt like I was watching a silent film, like back in what was it, 40s?
That
and 50s.
was fucking great.
Like it throws you off. Like you're like, oh shit, can I hear? Like hold up. Like,
That was fucking great. I wrote in my note that got points.
When they
That got
explained
points.
the situation was good.
Oh my god. That whole, like I said, the apocalypse scene got points for me. The monsters were extremely fucking fast. When they heard you could ask Mel. Boom. They were there. I was like, what the fuck, man?
yeah.
Like I said before, I think what added depth to movies, they actually use a deaf actress. They
Yeah.
They didn't use somebody who pretended to be deaf.
She was legitimately deaf. Yeah.
And that was I don't know whose idea that was, honestly. I thought it was John Krasinski's, but I don't know. I can't confirm that, but dude, it's insane because like you don't think she's deaf when you're watching the movie. Like I seen it in theater.
I didn't either.
You don't think it's deaf. You don't think she's deaf, the actress. And then you look at like you research stuff and you see stuff, you're like, oh fucking wow. That's immersive. Immersion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Video
don't forget
games.
that she had a hearing aid as well.
Yeah, video games have immersion, you know, like they do their best to do that. And when movies incorporate it, it's fucking amazing. Honestly.
I'll tell you what, it really creeped me out how quiet. Yeah, I mean, just the silence and isolation. That got me. I was like, fuck, man. Any little fucking thing you do, they're there. I will say this though, I had to take points off for something.
Oh, not an off-screen kill, was it?
What was that?
Not an off-screen kill, was it?
No, it wasn't the off-screen kill. You know what bothered me?
What's up?
When they killed the son. That bothered me.
Oh, you can't take points off for that.
I'm
though.
sorry, that bothered me. I did not want to see a kid.
Oh, you got to push boundaries. You have to push boundaries.
Yeah,
That hurt me.
And the way they did it too, though, the execution was right.
I understand,
Yeah.
but it hurt me. I don't want to see kids get killed in horror
no,
movies.
of
You
course
see, you actually didn't take points off from what I see.
Right here, right here, right here.
But it's something
That
that,
bothered
bothered
me.
you.
That
It's something
bothered
bothered you. It's okay to express that, honestly. Like, hey,
Yeah, but you got to look at it as also like you're talking about it, and it's meant to be making a talking point of a film, and you're talking about it.
You're right. No, you're right.
all right, guys. Well, you know what? Can I give out the score this time?
Yes. Let me hold on. Wait, we're not done here. I want to get more into.
No, I want to hold this. Is that
Oh,
cool?
that's They Live.
Oh, well.
Here it is.
So I want to double check what you wrote. Yeah. Okay. For sure.
I
There you go.
There we go. Don's gonna read off the score when we're done here. I said about the one thing that impacted me big time as a future father. Eventually,
You wanted to cry. I know.
I did. We'll
Hey.
get into that. We'll get into that. Hold on.
Okay.
When what's the guy from Jim? Right?
Yeah.
I call him John.
John Krasinski. that's
John
his name.
Krasinski. When he is that fishing scene got me. I got me big time. For those of you that don't know, the fishing scene is when he takes his son out to go fishing, and his son is that when he drops the fish and he's freaking the fuck out, like, oh, they're gonna come. He goes,
Yeah.
no, they can't hear us. The river's loud.
Yeah.
And he shows him on that waterfall. He's like screaming and screaming. When they finally talk and have that moment, as a father, a future father, I want to be to talk to your child. That hit me right here. I'm like, oh my God, I can't talk to my son because of these fucking goofy fucking aliens. Because if something happens, my son's gonna die. But
I'm doing it anyway.
I'm doing it anyway with that. And that got
We
me.
had our chance because the river's loud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that, Chris, you should know as a father how it. Oh,
Like, look, I don't have kids, but it's like the way that I took care of my brothers at a point in my life. It is like that sometimes with all the chaos. Like, it's metaphorical. I'm probably looking too much into it, but
No, you're not.
it's kind of like one of those things, right? Where like life is so chaotic, right?
Yep.
So fucking nuts, and then you have that chance to like give your kid a lesson. Give that kid, any kid you're with, like, you know, the younger generation, brother, son, daughter, whatever, and it becomes this thing where it's like
there's a sacred bond between parent and child.
parent and child, you know, or like any type of like younger person you got to take care of, like,
I don't want to break down on camera.
you
Trying
know,
hard not to tear up here.
it's like, because you know there's like kids are so tender and they're so sweet and innocent, even when they do nasty shit they don't know any better, like, you know. And then it comes down to that, like, hey, I'm gonna show you this and it's okay, don't freak out, don't be afraid, we got this moment now.
And that is another scene that was powerful. I'm getting into right now. My final thoughts about this movie. We got to the positives. Like I said, the river scene drew it over the top for me. The positives, you know, I thought the unbelievable quiet was incredible. It gave a good feeling.
Yeah.
The family story was great. Finally, after watching that Drek on fucking on fucking Netflix, but I'm gonna give it another chance. The makeup was great, but this is what got me, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm trying hard not to break down on
What's up,
camera.
man? Show me what you got.
When John Krasinski sacrifices his life for his children,
Dude, I was gonna bring that up. Like,
I wept like a baby. I had to go in my room and cry.
did he cry?
I wept. I
You
wept
fucking
hard. I really did.
I'm just watching the movie. All I hear is, I was like, babe, are you okay? He's like, you
fucking cried?
Yeah.
Yo!
And I know
Let's go.
tough guy Bert crying.
I've been waiting for that shit. I wish I would have seen
I
that.
cried. I had to go. I had to compose myself in the bathroom. I cried. That got me. As like you said, as a father.
I get you. I'm a father of 3.
Look, I don't think you got to be a future father to feel like that, though.
I mean,
my
God, I put myself in that. My child is going to be killed. I've lived my life. I want them to live theirs. You're fucking right. I do the same
I
thing.
would do the same thing. I do it for someone else's kids.
God damn it, that was a tearjerker. I actually put a sad face on this. I cried. You see?
I see. Oh shit! He did right fucking sad face. Holy fuck!
Yeah, but that's the way it is. Though. When you have kids, it's a bond that you'll never understand until you have them in front of you. I mean, I've got 3 of them myself. You will never know until it's there in front of you. The love and the bond, it's unbreakable.
The closest thing I can compare that to is my love for my nieces and nephews.
That was a tease.
Especially, I mean, especially the girls,
Yeah.
Emma and Boo.
Can I self promote real quick?
Let me finish this up. Real
Okay,
quick.
go ahead. Let me know
Um,
when I can, though.
yes, I just want to say right now, ladies and gentlemen, on my scale from 1 to 5, go for it.
A Quiet Place is a 5 out of 5.
I recommend it. Get it. I will say I didn't write this. I didn't say this, but the ending was fucking great. When we will do A Quiet Place 2,
You're missing a few bullet points from the film, though, that were really, really good.
I wanted that. I wanted her
the
to
fact-
kill that
yeah, but-
fucking alien.
I know, but
I
you're-
wanted her to kill him.
Yeah, but
Go ahead,
that's
Chris,
what you're
I'm sorry.
missing. You're missing the fact that that his wife was pregnant the whole way through.
Yeah,
and then she
I'm
had to
sorry, I
give birth.
forgot about that.
She had to give birth through the whole, the whole having to be quiet. Which
Yep.
I mean, I've been around my own. Other
Yes.
half,
Let you guys.
Yes. So tell me why, like, when that movie exists, why the fuck were people hyping up shit like Bird Box? What the fuck, man?
Oh, he's going on a rant, ladies and gentlemen. Gone rant.
You got to understand
fuck
though.
is
at
that
the same
movie?
time,
Sound the alarm.
Like,
It
I
might
love
have
Sandra Bullock, but
Yeah, but it's
come on now.
isn't it? But you still have fucking needs and desires, and things like that. Are going to happen. People are going to unnecessarily get
I would say
pregnant.
the
But
same
you have that desire. You're with your missus or your wife, and you're going for apocalypse, and it's quiet at the time. Things are going to happen. Unfortunately, that's the way it is.
Two things. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
And also the ending when they realize how to kill it.
Yes.
is brilliant as well.
Oh, I was so happy she killed that
And the fact that-
motherfucker.
And the fact that Jim was working on it the whole time.
Yeah, he
before
was.
it urinates.
I was so happy to see that fucker get it. I was like, shoot this motherfucker, shoot him. I never wanted to see something get killed before like that in my life. I'm going to say this right now. Who is that actress?
His wife?
Yeah, who played the actress?
That's his actual wife in real life.
Is it
Emily
really?
Blunt, yeah.
I'm going to
Right?
tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen.
You reviewed it. You should have written everyone's fucking names down. So you should have. known
I
the
should have,
fucking-
and I blame myself. For a woman that came to do Mary Poppins and to do this, a fantastic actress. I'm blown away at her work.
All of them were.
Oh my goodness. Just fantasticness. I cannot praise this movie enough. It got a 5, ladies and gentlemen. Recommended. Oh, hell yeah. Recommended. I don't care how you get it. Buy the fucking DVD. Buy the fucking on Amazon. Get this movie. And this sets us up for watching 2 at a later time. We're not going to announce when. but We're going to
You'll
do
enjoy
it.
the second one. You'll really enjoy the second one. We watched.
I
it
cannot
2
wait.
weeks ago.
I
Really
still
good.
haven't seen the second one.
We will wait at a later time for that, gentlemen. I don't want to give it to them now. I'll tell at a later time.
We'll figure
Okay,
out a date.
boss.
We'll figure out a date.
Comments anymore, anybody,
Yeah,
on this masterpiece. Comments, Donnie, on this masterpiece.
No, I said what I had to say. It's again really good film.
I thought it was great. I could understand why you and Duflan recommended this big
Telling
time.
you, man. Like, hey, have I ever? When I recommend like movies and shit, do I ever steer you wrong, man?
No. And like I said, but I'm not going
Haunting
to.
on Hill House is on me. Sorry.
Yeah, you recommended that. I promised them. I finished this fucking Drek.
I mean, if you don't like it and you stop, you could explain your discrepancies.
I'm giving.
But
Go ahead.
I don't think you were actually like ready to review a TV show. You get
We
me?
do it separately.
And
Yeah.
like you have to take your time to dissect episodes because it's not a movie.
I'm gonna leave that at a 2-part. I'm gonna leave this. I told Chris and I think you heard it. I'm gonna go until HHN opens up, and I should be finished by then because they open up in September.
This is actually a good idea though, because like remember how your girl here like explained like how you don't want to add too much content to burn yourself out. You want to stick to one thing. Well, if you review TV shows and you can't think of a movie or anything to review, you could always like go back to like an episode of the TV show you're watching, dissect it and review it per like Mornings with Bird or podcast, like however you want to do it.
Exactly.
That would work.
Like how you
And
did,
if you
like,
don't
Creep
want to do
Show.
it.
Like how you did Creep Show, because that's episodic.
What was that, Chris? I'm sorry.
I said when you did Creep Show, because that's episodic. That's how you do it. You did it that way when we did a Creep Show. You remember?
Yeah, you did it
Yeah.
episode by
Episode
episode.
by
See,
episode.
you naturally did it. See, so
Well, I'm letting you know right now. The first 2 episodes sucked balls. They sucked balls. I didn't want. Like I said, no offense to anybody, but those 2 episodes sucked balls. I didn't need to see that bullshit that was going on in the 3rd one, but it started getting good when I found out that chick has powers. So we'll see the full review eventually about this fucking show. So as far as it goes right now, it's a fucking 3. And that's me being generous. So before we get into the next one, boys, and I know we're going to wait for Chris to plug the stuff later, but you wanted to plug something?
yeah, I wanted to self-promote a bit.
Go ahead.
Okay, everybody, I'm starting up a Patreon, and for $10 a month, like everybody wants everybody wants OnlyFans. I don't know why everybody wants OnlyFans from my.
I want to see some nipple.
There you go. They want to see
I mean,
you
I'll do it.
naked.
I'll do it here. I'll do it here. No,
No. We'll get,
Come on, lad.
YouTube will kick us off.
no,
real
no.
quick.
It's $1 a nipple, to be honest with you. But
I'll pay.
He'll play, ladies and gentlemen.
all right. For you though, because it's you,
Yeah.
fucking 20 quid, bro.
I think the After Dark might have to be on what's it called on OnlyFans.
Have you got PayPal? I'll send it now, lad.
I got Cash App.
Yeah, I'll give it.
All right.
You got
Send-
3? Huh?
Smarter approach.
You want to go 3 tiers on that one? On the Patreon?
No, but
How
for
much
real,
for some cock and balls?
I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
for real though, I'm setting up a Patreon. It's gonna be $10 a month, and I will like train casuals in fighting games. $10 a month, an hour, 1 day a week for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on how we get. Like it could span out to 4 hours, but I'm just letting people know. Like I will train people for $10 a month.
By the way,
Have you got a name for your Patreon?
I have to fix it because it's connected to my email, so it just has my email name. But I'm gonna set it up as like the same name as my Twitch. That way it all connects, so people know who I am, vice versa, through like all like networks. I have to set it up properly.
Just pass it around and we'll share it for you.
yeah.
Like yeah,
Speaking of fighting games, I have recently got back into watching Mortal Kombat Fatalities.
I'll train you for free.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, everyone wants me to get back on that goddamn Mortal Kombat.
Hey guys, you know what? When MKX was hot, I set the AI to fucking hard, like almost max difficulty. This guy doesn't know what a fucking mix-up is. He doesn't know what a 3-hit combo is.
No, I don't.
Dude almost got close to beating an AI on hard, man. He was sweating, man. He was sweating, but he almost got it. So when he got that, he thought he could beat me, right? But no, of course not. But
I kicked your ass in Tekken, remember?
dude, it was a 1st to 5. You beat me 2. I beat you 3.
That's a damn lie. You're really going to hold on to that
I
one.
beat you 3, bro. 1st to 5. He doesn't know what a 1st to 5 is.
I never
'cause,
claimed I didn't.
He rates movies 5 out of 2.
Here we go again. This
I
bullshit.
know that one.
No, I'm sorry, man. But no, yeah, it
I
was
gave
a
you-
1st to 5, so I ended up getting my comeback.
I say nothing. All I'll say is this. Yeah, a lot of people want me. Matt wrote something. What do we got here from Matt?
That's his last comment. I don't mind if y'all talk about it. That
Oh, I
that's
thought
an
his
old one.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Wait, no, that's a new one.
No, that's a new one right there.
No, get rid of that hide.
No, it's not on hide. It's on
No,
everything.
there we go.
Oh, okay, there we go. He wrote
I unmuted because I thought the Quiet Place segment was. Wait, I can't read.
Hold on, we're trying to read a comment real quick, ladies and gentlemen.
He unmuted.
Was over because the title was removed, but you still talk about it, Bert. Now I expect the mother to be crazy.
Far from it. Far from it. You'll
Far
see
from
when
it.
you watch the second one.
Far from it. All right, let's get into the They Live review. Oh man, another
Sorry.
fucking great one.
Sorry, but yeah. By the way, I'm not just gonna train people in Mortal Kombat. You want Street Fighter, Tekken, Smash Bros, anything? Seriously. That's it. Okay, I'm done.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so let's talk about They Live. Oh my goodness, another fucking. What was that now?
Ultimate, yeah.
Ultimate.
You don't gotta pay me either.
I do it just to support you.
10 a month. It's easy, right? Like that's like I figure because I'm not gonna do $1 a month like most people do, because that's a little too low for training people taking time. So 10 a month.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
Yeah, They Live is Roddy Piper. Is that his first movie, or am I thinking of something else?
That's his
Oh,
first.
no.
It is?
That was his first movie that he was the main character.
Okay. Hold on. Before we get into They Live, we got another comment from Matt. I haven't seen that one. I have seen that one. You're going to love this review. So let's get into this. First of all, this has been confirmed. Yeah, it's Roddy Piper's first film. I was so invested in him in that opening scene. It was ridiculous. John Nada is a bad. Roddy Piper's just a fucking badass to begin with.
Yeah, like to add to that, there's two like old school movies that a lot of people like hold like up here.
Yep.
Which is They Live and The Thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's always like when they say they love The Thing, they also say they love They Live. It's always like a combo. I've noticed that.
John Carpenter in it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always a John Carpenter thing. Like, and you know what? I'm gonna say this now. Fuck Halloween.
Wow, that was controversial.
Fuck Halloween. You know,
Wow.
The Thing was much better. Like the way he directed it in his style. Like the first Halloween, yes, very good, very iconic.
You're talking about the ones after that.
After that, like Halloween 2 was okay.
Season of the Witch is my favorite.
That's okay. You know, it's not bad, but it's okay. You know, it's
I said a controversial statement right here.
The Thing is up here. Halloween series down here.
It got worse and worse and worse as Carpenter power.
Halloween is what it is. It's Michael Myers and all. I mean, it's like Friday the 13th. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah, it's like okay, so like Michael Myers being iconic. I never got it. I never understand it to this day. But you know what? I'm not gonna shit on it. I'm not gonna hate on it because you know it's still great. It's still good. It just to me personally,
yeah.
The Thing, even the fucking remake with all the girls, dude. Like even that was all right. Like compared to Halloween to me.
Oh, we already have. What did Matt say? It's
Halloween is decent.
Depending on which Halloween.
Yeah, because if you want to watch fucking Halloween with LL Cool J or Busta Rhymes or whatever, who the fuck?
Oh, I'm not talking about that.
Was it Trick or Treat, motherfucker? Whatever he says.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about zombie
Window.
abortions.
Fly kicks out the window. Yeah, that was Halloween Resurrection. See, Halloween H2O wasn't too
Yeah,
bad.
those two.
I mean H2O. You know what? People don't give H2O enough
That
credit.
wasn't too bad. Josh Hartnett and it was
That returned to formula. It was good.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know, like I have all these people like, that's not a good film. I'm like, these people are watching like Halloween 6, so the one with the inbred cult fucking story, like, and they think that's good. Satanic, like evil, like runes and resurrection. Like, come on, man.
The one with the little, I find it kind of. I know we're going on a tangent here, people, but I find it kind of odd that that little girl that was in 5 and subsequent to that
when she grew up.
Oh my goodness, these fucking.
I'm gonna
guys.
say this, dude.
Oh
I'm gonna say this.
No, go ahead.
She grew up to be a very beautiful woman.
Oh God, yeah, I knew that. Oh yeah. But Jesus Christ.
But you know what? These guys got like obviously, you know, like on the internet is fucking crazy, and people got real thirsty over it. So then that ruined it for me too. Now I'm saying that she's not that hot. You get me? Like,
I was just blown away on that. I was like, okay. I mean, hey, to each his own.
When you think of Halloween, though, you think of the score, don't you? You know, the musical intro to Halloween. It's so
I would say that, you know what, They Live had incredible music.
yes.
As you start the film, the whole music was great. And you know, you saw it as the camera pans and this as They Live on the wall, and it's it's brilliant. The whole music scene, just the theme tune to They Live
Exactly.
was absolutely brilliant.
I wrote in my main notes about that. Go ahead.
But again, though, nobody gives like the Thing soundtrack any credit. It was solid. If you go back and watch it, it was fucking solid.
Yeah, it was nice and slow to start the film because that, you know, we see Rodney Piper with a backpack walking, trying to find a job, and it.
Wrote that in my notes.
Actually, yeah, that's good.
I wrote that in my contemporaneous notes. John Nada, a drifter, arrives. I didn't even know it was L.A. I did not know.
You didn't know it was LA?
See, the way they fucking built it up, I thought it was like a nowhere city.
Oh no,
but
it was Los Angeles.
Yeah, it was Los Angeles.
They made it like popular. Like
I wrote looking for work, and then, you know, he kind of discovers that. What happened?
He was looking for work. You remember him going in and looking at like different jobs on the slip, doesn't he? Trying to sort of get something somewhere.
A drifter. And then he realized, and I wrote down, then he starts realizing that we're under the power of aliens.
Oh, you're going too fast.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Talk
He
about
builds it.
how he met people being on a building site. You know how.
Yep.
You know how it sort of came to be. How he got into the camp before he met the people in the church.
Yep.
The sunglasses and trying to dissect the TV channels so they can get their message.
The TV was the thing that tipped him off because he was just. Roddy was glued in on the TV about all this conspiracy shit. And everyone's like, "Oh, this is just bullshit."
you
guys,
blah
blah blah blah.
You guys want to know a fun fact? You know that Devil May Cry had a remake in like 2013. It looked like shit to a lot of people, but that was actually like the story was heavily inspired by They Live, and that's what actually like got it like. That's why it made the money it did.
I believe
a lot of money, got good reviews because like. Combat was solid, and you're living in a world like that in that game.
Saints Row ripped it off, didn't they?
Oh, Saints Row, fuck yeah, they ripped it off. Fuck.
It was good.
Go ahead, boys.
You know what? Let's put it this way: like the whole film was slow to a point, but it was good slow, wasn't
Exactly. I wrote that in my notes.
I understand the story.
I wrote that in my notes. The story about him realizing that we're being controlled. I'm just gonna say it right now by the man. Really fucking that hit me. That hit me. I was like, yeah.
And don't forget, it had the longest fight scene at that time.
I'm gonna cause some controversy with that. I'm gonna wait for Don about that one, but I'm gonna cause some controversy with that. I will not say that's my favorite scene. I love that scene. There's been parodies of it. South Park is the best one. The cripple fight with the thing with Jimmy and Timmy, that was.
It might not be your favorite scene, but for what it was
really good. It was really good.
Longest fight scene ever in a film. At that point, obviously it's been surpassed now.
I'm going to get into it when we get into the Roddy. What I saw this morning about Roddy. Do you know it took 2 months to choreograph that fight scene?
I'm not surprised because
between him and I don't know who the actor is that played him, but between him and that guy, it took 2 months to fucking choreograph that shit. That big scene. Obviously, I wrote Roddy is just so fucking good as John, dude. He's just.
You're talking about Keith David.
Keith David, there you go. Him and Keith David had to do that shit for 2 months, man. Choreograph that shit. I like I said, Roddy is just such a fucking awesome actor, dude.
And don't forget,
he nailed it well.
It was so fucking good. I believed him. I believed this wasn't bullshit. I was like, wow.
But the whole story was great. I mean, the whole him finding the glasses in that church,
yeah.
realizing what was going on in the church and trying to explain it to Keith David's character, and it was no man. I want a job. I got to sort my family out. Don't forget, Keith David's family in the movie wasn't there. He was sending them money.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna say their favorite quote is "I came to chew bubblegum and kick ass," right?
Yeah, that's the most popular one.
My favorite is when he's in the fucking bank and he looks at that fucking one guy that's stooging on him. He goes, "Mama don't like tattletales."
You know, I always spin it around. Like when I'm playing online, I spin it around. I came here to chew bubblegum and eat ass, and I'm all out of ass. Like,
everyone says that. I there's a couple of them that I like, and that's one of them. But I still love that one where he just looks at that dude. And he goes, "Mama don't like tattletales."
So I say that shit all the time. So like one time I was all like, I came here to chew bubblegum and eat ass. I'm all out of bubblegum. And dude's like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like,
so
that's
Still
the point.
you can
Reaction out of him.
you have to, man. And I didn't know this, that again, watching the Roddy documentary, he had a fucking book that he gave John Carpenter of all the interviews he did. He wrote it down. That was in it.
I heard
And
about
Carpenter said use it.
Well, yeah, it's like, fucking wrestling performers like that, they have to work on the fly. They have to snap the finger, like improvise. So it's no wonder why.
Man, are you talking about what he
He
said
said,
about?
"Oh, Donnie, eat ass and chew bubblegum." That's what he's
I knew
talking
that it was
about.
hitting at that.
I don't say that shit on stream. I will not lie to you guys. I
You're
don't.
obviously doing it now.
Well, now, but that's my first time. Usually, it's at like when tournaments in person were a thing. That's what I would do just to ease tension.
You also got to realize he left WWF at the time to make the film. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He had to quit WWE to make that film. That's what Ventura did with Predator.
Yeah, but Ventura became a fucking greedy politician, right?
Yeah,
And he died. He didn't last that long in Predator.
This might be a hot take, but Jesse Ventura's like a fucking fake woke dude.
I'll save that when we hit the wrestling. I want you to just go all out and express what you got to say.
Like no political shit, but the guy's like makes so much fucking money and he's like speaking on all this crap. Like that's every fucking person that makes a lot of money. They think they know shit and they don't know what it's like for us.
It's funny to me that we got mad again.
Wait, move that hide thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Only on someone else's stream. Nope. That's not true.
Which I find funny because this movie's completely political. My favorite scene, again, we were talking about the fight scene. My favorite scene is when he's discovering that they're fucking aliens. And I think I told Chris this. It's the scene where he noticed the money. When it says, "This is your God," I was like, I can relate to that fucking shit.
And Devil May Cry has something like that. That remake, it has something with like the soda or the energy drinks.
Yeah.
And it does that. It does that. It takes you into that world where it's like you have to drink this to revitalize yourself. And like the main character's like he kicks the shit. And he's all like, "What's wrong with y'all?"
That was
like they're controlling you.
That was my favorite scene in the movie. My final thoughts about this movie, I'll tell you right now. The story is true today as it was back then in the early 80s. You know, the social order and the fucking capitalism, selfishness, greed, bullshit. You know, it's still as true as it is today, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not going to...
John Carpenter knew.
No, and I'm not going to get into this, and I will say this right now, and I'm leaving it at that. This channel is not political, but from 2006, right? 2016, Buckhead got the X person. No, 2016. What was it? 2016. Asshole was Gustavo was in, from 2016 to 2020. We lived under that bullshit in America. I ain't gonna mention the former Jack.
Nothing's fucking changed. Nothing's all capitalism bullshit.
It got better. I'll say this: it got better when Biden got involved. So, and I'm leaving it at that. But yeah, We did 4 years of that bullshit. And all I can say is this: Roddy was one of the, not only just a great fucking wrestler, but one of, in my opinion, a good actor. Obviously, They Live got 5. From my scale, from 1 to 5, They Live got 5. We are on a roll today, gentlemen. The first time in our party in history again. 2 movies with a 5.
Well, you
No
couldn't
complaint.
give that anything less, could you? Let's be honest, yeah.
What happened again?
You couldn't give that any less, could you? You couldn't give that any less.
I say get it, buy it. When it comes to They Live, ladies and gentlemen, and I keep getting chewed out for it, get it, buy it, watch it. I don't care how you get it. A masterpiece.
Both of them.
Both of them. Both of them. And I promise we're going to do A Quiet Place 2, but we're going to wait. Let's give it a couple months, and we'll let you know when we're going to do it. And we got another question from Matt. Will we ever review what?
Sinister.
That's up to you guys. I'm not going to sit here and say yes or no. I'll tell you what we're not going to do. I'll tell you what we're not going to do. And I realized that you had issues with this. We're not going to do Bird Box. Ain't going to happen.
Fuck no.
Nope,
Fuck
that ain't
movie.
gonna happen.
Like I said, like how the fuck did that blow up when A Quiet Place 2, like a quiet Place, the first one, I mean,
Right.
It generated like a lot. It got the success it deserved.
Right.
But how the fuck did like Bird Box blow up like that? It still fucking pisses me off.
And here's another no. What was that?
The memes were golden, though.
Oh, yeah. And here's
Some
another
of them,
no.
But again, just like the family memes coming out with the Fast and Furious, it got oversaturated quick. So like, okay, so when people post those like Fast and Furious family memes,
I'm going to go grab it.
I have this thing where I go on their post, I post a fucking picture of Chris Benoit.
I saw that. I got one.
No, I got another one here, man. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
We'll probably hang on a little bit more before the show ends.
Yeah, no. Remember, I'm good.
Yeah, you're out of here at 4. I'm gonna go. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go grab another beer. There's no need. Should we give them a?
I could fill in for you while you grab a beer.
You want to, or do you want me to give them another? Give something else to Big Fight Weekly.
Well, wait until Chris comes back so we can do that.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to do a commercial right after this, ladies and gentlemen. UK Chris went to go get a beer. I'll probably disappear in a bit too. And we're going to get into some wrestling talk as well as the latest news with AEW. Oh, I have a feeling you have mixed reactions about this.
Malachi Black, huh? Okay.
Oh, come on. Now you just gave it up. Come on. I mean, it's already.
Anybody who watches wrestling knows about it. Come on.
I hope. Is John on now?
Oh,
John.
She's on my Switch, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she was watching the Facebook comments. Did we get any?
No, it's only your dad and me on Facebook.
Shit, I was hoping John would be
Yeah.
on.
Also, the Twitch notification did not pop up.
It didn't?
Nope.
Sons
And,
of
For
bitches.
me, the Twitch notifications, they get delayed. Like, you'd be like, oh, what did he say? And I'll look at my phone, and it pops up like 10 seconds later.
That's the thing with Twitch, though.
We're having
It is
Twitch
like
is
that.
it is what it is. But hey, we're getting numbers on Twitch.
That's why you gotta like ram up and like talk a lot on Twitch because.
Do you want to fill in, or do you want me to hit a commercial?
I can fill in for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to.
You're live.
You're live. I'm going to run real quick before we get into the last 2 topics of the show. I'll be right back.
Grab yourself a beer, man. You're good.
I'm going to grab a beer and use the bathroom. So, all right, gentlemen.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to jump off soon because I got to get to the shop, and the shop closes in half an hour.
Okay, so you know me. I never have any content planned for this stuff, but you know, naturally, I got a good idea of like stuff to talk about. Chris, how do you feel? Wait, did this fight already happen? Poirier versus McGregor. Did that happen?
Well, they've obviously fought twice before, but they're fighting tonight. Yeah. Well, tonight. Well, early morning for me. Tonight for you.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna watch that shit.
That's totally down to you, my friend. I would never force content down your throat.
Like, I think Dustin Poirier, he's a fucking great fighter, though. I've seen clips and I've watched a shitload of them. Again, when you scroll through Facebook, I have UFC followed, so you can see a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this guy's fucking. Like, I remember McGregor whipped his ass the first time.
There was a different McGregor though. You got to look at it now.
He's rusty now, huh? He's old, tired. Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's old or tired because he's only 32. I just think it's like, he's made his money, he's made a legacy. You know what I mean? You got to remember, Conor McGregor was the first ever double champ. Conor McGregor breaks pay-per-view buys. UFC need Conor McGregor more than Conor McGregor needs UFC.
Why?
The thing with Conor McGregor is he's not fought for so long. He's not evolved. Dustin Poirier has fought the best of the best and hasn't walked away from the sport. Where Conor McGregor, he's won one fight in 5 years.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about this.
Hang on.
Let me show a clip of what we're talking about, the McGregor fight.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is it. This is from Big Fight Weekly with Chris and Stu, and we'll be right back after this.
We go back to the very first question: does he have the desire anymore? Is there literally a fire burning in Conor McGregor, or is he here just for money? I hope, and we both agree, it's not for money because he's got enough money. But if you're going in and you want to be the champion again, you need to be training day in, day out, and you need to be fighting not just once every 5 years.
Will this fight go down to the ground? Now, they're famed for their striking. That's a way of looking at it, isn't it? Or is it just going to...
Well, yeah, well, Dustin took him down in the second fight, didn't he? Dustin is not bad on the ground, and I wouldn't really warrant Conor to sort of go for that sort of tactic. Conor, if Conor can get him in the mount, Conor can get on top of him. I think Conor could easily hit him with that left hand and, put him away. But Dustin Poirier's ground game to Conor's is we haven't really much seen of Conor's, but we've seen Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier is one of a few submissions, over time. He did an Anaconda to Jonathan Brooks. Was it Brookings who won the Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah, Jonathan Brookings, yeah.
Or put him away.
Brookings, I can't remember. I remember he was fair-haired lad, doesn't it? It was when Bruce Leroy was in the same house. It was that season. Sorry, but we're going off on a tangent here, aren't we? Me saying that.
No. But you got to look at things now, right? As we say fans, but fans of both fighters. Conor McGregor, I feel at this point in time, has given the blueprint to everybody how to beat him, and I think that came all the way from Diaz beating him with the rear naked choke a few years ago. You tire him out, you clinch work him, you take him down, you make him work, and then Conor's punches, then his left hand punches. There's no spring to them as much.
People are getting better. People have just got better as well.
But he's never evolved.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they are getting better.
Everyone's got the ability, haven't they? Now Khabib's out of there. When you look at that top 10, I know we've said about it before. They're all amazing. Like they're all amazing fighters. They're all warrant. You'd have a handful of people in the division, wouldn't you? I think it's just so much quality, and it's because MMA's evolved and that, and everyone's got better stylistically. Everyone's good at a bit of everything. It's just so hard now, and I think you've alluded to it many times. As his business stuff got in the way.
Let me throw. We're back right now. You caught us in a.
Listen, if you want to go watch the full episode, you can go on powered4.tv on YouTube, Facebook, on Twitch as well. We're on there as Big Fight Weekly. The full episode.
Oh, you guys are on Twitch now? Yeah, that's cool.
But since that got brought up, because you guys brought up the the Dustin fight and McGregor, I will say this: I saw a little bit of the press conference.
No, it's a load of shit.
I don't know what to say. I mean, is McGregor back? Is he not? What is going on here?
I want Poirier to fuck him up. That's all I'm saying.
Now, this has nothing to do with the Mayweather thing, right?
No.
Okay.
You've got to look at both sides of the coin here. I mean, I've gone with Dustin Poirier. When I've met Conor McGregor, I've seen Conor McGregor fight before Conor McGregor was in UFC. I know the whole bravado, and I've seen it all. UFC need Conor McGregor because no one else in the UFC makes people like this now talk about it. Don't make people buy the pay-per-views. Make put bums in the seats. No one does that.
I see.
You've got to look at both sides of the coin here.
Money guy.
He's good for promotion and he's good for making money for the business.
Yes, he is. Yeah, and that's why he's Forbes. Most made the most money out of any sportsman. Recently, because it's what he does. Listen,
I will. Go ahead.
Wait. So now that you say that, though, it makes sense to me, right? Like how you said it doesn't really matter for Connor, right? Like, he's
But
pushing.
It does.
I mean, it does because he's gonna make some fucking good cash. But
Well, yeah.
like, what I'm trying to say is like, he's kind of gonna push the next generation of fighters up, right?
You'd like to think so, but less cockiness and less bravado. But that stems, and you got to look at it the WWE wrestling sort of thing.
No, it's like this. Like you have like backstories in WWE where like, oh, I came from nothing, this and that, and their daddy gave him like fucking like $1 million and shit.
No, he's right.
Fucking like Connor actually came from fucking shit.
Yeah, he came what a third city in Dublin, Ireland.
What's up, Chris?
You guys call it welfare. We call it job seekers. But
yeah,
he came from all that. You know what I mean? And that was the guy who had fire, and that's the guy that came into UFC with the fire because he had something to fight for. Now it's maybe a bit different. You know what I mean? He's 32. He's done a lot. It's hard to say because I watched a press conference. I watched it going to work about 5 o'clock in the morning. Because the conference was on at 1 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, I wasn't watching it then because obviously I had to get up for work. But I got annoyed, and it wasn't just Connor or Dustin. And I thought they're okay what they were saying to each other. The journalists and everyone who got up on that microphone was shit. There was shit questions.
Was Ariel Helwani allowed in the press conference? Chris, was Ariel Helwani allowed in the press conference? I know he's on the outs with Dana.
No, he can't. No, he can be there, but he's not there. He's not there in Vegas. He's not there to to be a reporter. And you miss the people who can actually ask the right questions. Some of them, did. The one guy that challenged Conor saying you've won one fight in 5 years and you've not won a fight since Barack Obama was in, president in America.
Right.
For you guys, you would obviously know that, but
yeah.
That shit doesn't bother me. I think what bothers me is the desire, as I said in the video, you watched the clip from my show. I don't know what desire he has. It's all well and good being an arsehole, going back to the old Conor, but this guy knocked you out the night of the fight before. So it's quite hard to have that bravado to say, I'm going to rip his fucking head off. And then, Dustin's back saying, I knocked you out. I know Conor knocked him out in the first fight, but, that's 2014. That's, so many years ago. Things have changed. Conor won the title, won a double champ, he beat Diaz, and then he went for Floyd. He's made a fucking buttload of money with, Proper 12. He sold that for $600 million, I think, not long ago. It's hard, and he's had 3 kids, since then as well.
I wanted to ask you this question, Chris. When you and Stu were talking about Colin's issues, I don't know if it was you or Stewie that brought up that he sold the whiskey company that he owned.
Yeah, I just said 600 mil.
Yeah. He sold. So he's not doing that anymore.
He'd still be on the front face of it because they can't tell Proper 12.
Right, but
he's being sponsored by it. But
he'd be like an ambassador.
Yeah. Was he hands-on in the whiskey making? That's my thing.
No, is he hell? No.
He was never involved in it.
No.
Have you heard of Jameson's?
Yes, I used to love.
They fucking made it.
Fucking alcohol.
They made the whiskey, just put a different name on it. Listen, at the end of the day, you can't.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. You were saying that
Jameson and Proper 12 are the same?
Is that what you're telling us?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
not in America. Whoa. No.
This is breaking news.
Not in America, bro. I don't know what type of Jameson you tasted.
If I'm
he
honest,
loves his Jameson right here.
No, I fucking hate Jameson.
Oh, you do? I'm sorry.
Well, I used to love it, but I've drank so much of it, I'll never touch it again.
Say that because if you're going to say that, and I say I've been to Ireland and I've had the proper shit.
But Proper 12 in America, it's solid, bro. Like people like shit on it. Like it's not.
I liked it for my birthday.
They're all like, "Oh, it's not a real whiskey." Like, no, it's fine. Like people like in America are fucking spoiled like shit.
They're snobs.
Yeah, and they're fucking like shitting on like. Well, they're chugging.
No offense, but let's be real here.
No, they're sitting there drinking Jack and Coke. That's why they don't know what fucking real whiskey is.
It because Conor McGregor's name's on it.
He's not wrong on that.
You wouldn't drink something.
I do too. I do too. I fucking love Jack and Coke, but you ever sip a whiskey neat, bro? Like, oh, it hits different.
I'll tell you what.
I've been to Ireland and I've had fucking Guinness and I've had the fucking whiskies from there. You tell the difference from somewhere it's come from proper. then you get it imported. Do you know what I mean? Listen, Conor McGregor's Proper Whiskey is nice because people know his name's tagged to it. And then that is how I see it is. The guy sold it. You know, he's made his fucking money more now.
I will say this.
He needs to be a fighter, not a fucking businessman.
I will say this, ladies and gentlemen.
You're
He
right.
bought me a bottle of that for my birthday.
Yeah.
And I have never had any.
I brought it ice cold too.
Yes, you did. To kill it a little bit. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I have never tasted a whiskey as smooth as that. It's right up there with Buffalo Trace. And you know how much I love my Buffalo Trace.
Whoa,
And I love Buffalo Trace.
Wow. Buffalo Trace is bourbon. See,
I'm just saying, I'm comparing it, but
yeah, but
you know what I mean? But
everybody needs to understand that not all whiskey is bourbon, not all bourbon is whiskey. There's a level there.
I'm saying as far as like what I like as
Listen, lads, I've got to go to the shop because it closes in 20 minutes and they stop selling alcohol at 10 to, and it's now 22. So I need to go and grab some of my shit because I've got stuff to do, obviously, with Conor McGregor and Poirier's UFC card tonight with my own show. So
you're going permanent?
Yeah, I've got to go now because obviously they stopped selling alcohol in 10 minutes, so I need to move my ass.
well, I'm going to say this before we cut off, ladies and gentlemen. I wish John.
You guys carry on. You got things to do.
Because I want. Okay, this is be the end of the segment. End of the show right here. Aleister Black signs with AEW.
I'm going anyway. So it's nice to see you, and I'll see you next time.
See you later.
All right, Chris. Man,
See you, Chris.
You have a good one.
UK
Enjoy
Chris
the fight.
has to leave, everyone. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, we're going to end the segment off. Going to end these two segments off with just me and Don. Aleister Black signs with AEW. How do you feel about that?
Okay, so look, great athlete, great performer. Honestly, I mean that.
I've heard good things about this gentleman.
And I like I've seen clips of this dude like giving the JBL clothesline, bro. Like
he's that good, huh?
Like yeah.
I've heard good things.
But
I wish John would talk.
In my opinion, he doesn't have the mic skills.
You know, John told me, John Scott from Power 4, the owner of Power 4, he told me, he saw this coming. Let's face it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, me and Don are going to continue these last two segments. Let's face it, WWE did him raw.
They did.
I don't know why Vince is being that way. It hurts me.
He's old, and you know what's crazy? What I realized recently, actually, like over the week,
right?
When I was being quiet,
yeah,
because I was like burnt out and shit.
Right.
I was watching a lot of clips of wrestling,
right,
and I've noticed this. Triple H has everybody says he has a lot of power, right?
Oh hell no, he don't. I've gotten to the point where,
at this point, when it comes to Vince, Triple H is the good guy. He actually pushes for new athletes to come in.
NXT.
He pushes. He wants that new talent. Vince
doesn't
want the new talent. He wants celebrities.
Stuck in the old days.
Yeah, he wants the money. When Triple H realizes, like, hey, this is how you make it in. And again, I don't watch wrestling a lot, but
I try to catch
as much. See this vibe going on where it's like Vince used to like the raw talent, and now he doesn't like. You got to be like 6'5", fucking 400 pounds of muscle.
Well, look at the Ultimate Warrior.
Why are you bringing up the Ultimate Warrior, bro? What was that? The fucking 80s, bro? Like, come on, no?
look at the men he's pushed before Austin. Warrior, Hogan. Nothing against Hogan, but
fuck that guy. Fuck
I'm
Hogan.
sorry, I'm gonna say this right now. Okay, fuck Hogan, but look at Warrior, a guy that can't do a god fucking damn thing. And I wasn't around to watch earlier. No, fuck that. I saw Hogan versus Warrior in WCW. Halloween Havoc. It was 90. It was either 98 or 99. That's how old I am. Fuck that match. Warrior sucks. I saw when we were doing the review of Brett and fucking Bulldog, I saw him versus Savage. Why would Randy subject himself to that steroid monkey motherfucker? I'm sorry, he sucks.
Yeah. He Ultimate Warrior,
steroid ape.
Look, it was a different time back then, right? Okay, so we have this though. We have this now.
Okay.
See, this is why the Attitude Era will always be the best era.
I don't want to give shithead Russo any credit.
It's true though.
You're talking about the guy that made David Arquette the WCW champion. How insulting is that?
When is wrestling? But when is wrestling like WWE standards? When is it
Okay.
not cringy? When is it not
Vince
cringy?
never made a celebrity as the WCW
Bro,
champion.
he had Mayweather.
I mean,
knock
I'm
out-
sorry. Vince never made fucking. Who was a celebrity in what? 98, 99. He didn't make fucking Mike Tyson the fucking WWF champion.
Look, but check this out.
What the fuck?
Why the fuck are you going to hire Mayweather to knock Big Show out with brass knuckles?
No, I understand what you're saying.
So Vince is still shit anyway.
Right, but he wasn't like fucking shit Stan Russo making David Arquette the WCW champion. What the fuck was that all about?
Yeah, well, you know what? It's like how you feel, right? Like I don't think the Miz deserved the push he did.
No, he didn't.
But turns
Miz
out-
sucks.
Turns out, guess what?
What?
He's a nice guy. The Miz is a nice guy. He's good. He knows how to work with people, and he gets along with everybody.
Even though CM Punk called him a prick.
Yeah.
There
Want
you
to know
go.
why CM Punk didn't like him?
Talk to me.
Because CM Punk when
Oh, you're really going that route.
CM Punk wouldn't kiss the fucking ring.
Of course he wanted. Do you blame Punk?
Because you know what? Look, I love CM Punk, but here's the problem with CM Punk. This guy really does think he's the best in the world, but he got his ass kicked multiple fucking times.
Absolutely. I will not justify his stupidity into getting. I don't even want to say it like that.
And look how he bullied Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was in rehab,
you were talking
going
about
through all
that.
this shit, and guess what?
You were
CM
talking-
Punk's like, ha ha ha, yeah, look at me, I'm straight edge. This is why I'm better than you. Like, motherfucker, people go through shit in their life. Like, what's wrong with you?
Who was it? Was it you or Marco that told me that story?
Marco probably told you it. I didn't tell you it. Well, I did, but Marco told you. a
But
better
this was
version.
confirmed by Edge and Chris Jericho. Remember that whole straight edge thing?
Bullshit.
It was because
I told you that. I told
Yeah,
you that
'cause
he was at a
apparent-
Cubs game drinking a beer. I
not
told you
just that, but when the Blackhawks went, oh my God, when did the Hawks go to the series? What, 2016? Yeah, babe,
15, 16.
15, 16. He was tweeting Jericho and those guys that he was having a few beers. So we got a comment from Matt. Let's read this. Let's read this real quick. Let me get out of that. Our guy Matt
Nakamura is my favorite wrestler right now.
in
Disclaimer,
WWE.
I'm a WWE noob.
Okay, you know what? I'll tell you about Shinsuke Nakamura.
Hey man, he's entertaining, man.
I'll tell you what. Watch his new Watch his new Japan stuff. C'est magnifique. The shit he does on WWF. No, I'm sorry.
WWE.
WWE now.
E.
They apparently they changed it because of federal wildlife. Whatever. And here's how the reason I bring up the Vince Russo thing. I was watching the WCW Rise and Fall because I have the Peacock. I had to do that. I have the Peacock.
You have pee in your cock? That's fucked up. I gotta make a joke here and there.
Hold on, man. We're gonna get to your question right now.
Wait, what's this question?
All right, let me before I get into the story here.
Wait, let me see the comment, bro. You're hiding.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like 20 years ago, Bert.
I'm old. Yeah, I know, man. I know. I was watching the Rise and Fall of WCW, and holy fuck! You know what? Let me get. We'll get back to this Aleister Black. Then we put the wrestling thing up. I was watching the Rise and Fall of WCW, and man, what a bunch of fuck ups they did. Ugh.
Again, it's a thing. And like, how is
You were around in 90,
Yeah, it's like,
98, 99. Did you watch WCW back then?
I did.
Okay, go ahead.
I went to an actual thing. Like,
That
like
I did
people
too.
took me.
United Center.
Yeah,
Oh, good times. Good times.
I was a fucking like little ass kid, but I remember.
But what was your thing of? Have you seen the Rise and Fall of WCW?
I've not watched that.
You got to. Oh,
But again, you watching that, then you can confirm. Like, when has wrestling not been cringy? It's always been cringy, like WWF, WWE, Attitude
NWA,
Era, NWA, like
ECW.
It's always been corny, cringy, like a little bit because they try too hard, and they always have.
I think a lot of. I hate to say this. I love ECW. A lot of that shit came from ECW.
That was the edgy shit, y'all.
Oh, it was. I mean, listen, if you guys, well, the network's gone now. They sold it to Peacock. I'm not going to promote Peacock, but it's pretty good. You know, a lot of the ECW stuff is on there. Go ahead.
I'll never subscribe to Peacock.
I did it because I wanted to watch the old school stuff.
I'd rather go to YouTube and find a fake ass upload.
Well,
Seriously.
I'll tell you. That's another thing.
It's called a re-upload.
No, that's another thing too with Peacock. They're really getting rid of the shit that was edgy. Like,
So you're not gonna see Tommy Dreamer bleeding out of his head.
no, they got rid of when Tommy pile drive Beulah because of.
Then I don't want to watch it. You see what I mean?
I don't know if they did, but I'm hearing they're getting rid of something like Roddy dressing up as blackface. Oh, they got rid of that real quick.
Look, okay,
They got rid of that real
look,
quick.
that's political, so I understand.
Oh, the racist stuff that they did, the NWA, and kind of hit it. Yeah, they got rid of
Okay.
that stuff.
Okay, look, I get that. That's cool. All right, look, I got my opinions on that, but I'm gonna reserve them.
And I mean, what I think they got rid of that whole thing. Well, this was a long. They got rid of it.
I'm gonna go pee.
Go ahead. They got rid of that bullshit.
Should I
With,
go downstairs?
you want to? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
We're gonna take a bathroom break, ladies and gentlemen. They got rid of the bullshit with. I want to save this for when Don comes back, but this is something coming from my heart. I want to thank everyone that has joined us for this Art of Partying. This really means a lot to me, Don, and Chris. Even though UK Chris had a split, he's got a show later on tonight. We really appreciate you, right? You know what? Might as well plug it. You can follow us on Twitter at theartofpartying.com. You can follow us on Instagram, Art of Partying. You can follow us on the Facebook. I have a comment here. Fucking Matt. Is it drowning out? Yeah, my neighbors are doing some work. We're out here in the beer garden. Yeah, who cares? Donnie's back. You know, like I said, wherever you guys want to follow us, I'm more on the Twitter. These guys are more on the Facebook when they have time. On the official Art of Party Facebook, follow us there. But yeah, I'm mainly on the Twitter.
Tune in to every episode of the Art of Party.
Thank you guys. So
Even if I'm not here, it's still gonna be a good show.
I want to take this time to thank. Before we get to Matt's question, HHN Cultus. She did a lot for us. She promoted us. Thank you again, sweetie. Thank you so much. The Boo Bros, Adrian and those guys promoted us so much, even though me and Cultus were fucking with them on Twitter.
The Scoop Bros.
Thank you guys so much. We got another question from Matt.
You're smoking Don cigarettes?
No, I'm smoking my own.
Did you grab one of mine? Nah.
No, I didn't. I'm smoking my own. Where
It
were
doesn't
we
matter
at?
if you did anyway.
Thank
You're
you.
cool.
Well, we're brothers, so. What were you? I wanted to save this for you. I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit. Oh, about the Peacock thing. You know, there was a lot of cringy stuff in the '80s. They had a fucking Mary.
Again, but like, you know, like I've had people tell me the first Karate Kid was cringy. I'm like, how?
How was it cringy?
Exactly.
I
You know, and people are like, oh, like Cobra Kai is cringy. I'm like, how? Like, but no, like I go back and I look at it, I'm like, yeah, it's a little bit. And it's okay though. Sometimes you need a little bit of that, you know? It's okay.
I don't know. I mean, to me, cringy is
To me, cringy is like saying like, I'll like cut your throat and shit down your fucking neck.
that's what I was
Like,
gonna tell you. Now it just going in my head.
that's cringy to me. Like, I'm not gonna take that as a threat, bro. You
They-
better fucking actually do it.
They got rid of this even before they hit the network. Remember that infamous thing that happened with fucking Mickey James and
Trish?
Trish Stratus, where that
The fucking
yep, they got rid of that real quick.
Yeah.
They got rid of that real quick. I don't know why it wasn't bad, but
Look at as a young kid, I thought that shit was hot.
well,
You know, like
The
now,
super-
now I look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm glad they got rid of it. Honestly,
Mr. Orndorff, Paul Orndorff doing the squinty eyes that said that was racist.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
See, you know that makes sense though. That's
And Mr. Fuji at I think WrestleMania something.
What's that? What's the name of that big ass sumo wrestler? Fucking from like back then.
Oh, Yokozuna,
Yeah, it turns out he's not even Japanese.
No, he's Samoan.
Yeah,
Samoan.
and he had to like have his little fucking Paul Heyman there fucking great value Paul Heyman to fucking speak for him. It's just like fucking Brock Lesnar, how he had Paul Heyman speak for him because Brock Lesnar's not good on the mic. It's true. It's true.
Oh, it's true. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Art of Party, and we're gonna have a couple more beers, and then we're gonna call it a night. What a show again! It was a lovely day. Everything's got the noise is going on. So,
All right, y'all. Guess what? Guess what?
Wait, one more thing. We got another comment.
Stop hiding it.
No, I'm not hiding it. Take care.
Take care, y'all. He's leaving.
Thank you, Matt. Oh yeah, we're gonna call this right now.
Thank you so much. We're gonna call it. Remember, thank this guy for like starting this, and always tune in, because like I said, even if I'm not here, it's an entertaining show.
Thank you guys so much. This has been the Art of Party, and we will see you guys next time. There will be edited clips of this. I'll get to editing tomorrow, so it's been fun. We're gonna leave you off of how we started. Have a good night. Thank you.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.